Hi, today I'm going to talk about informational richness, which is a very important characteristic in cinema and even TV shows. The important thing about it is that when we are reading a script or a book, we tend to imagine things in our own perspective. They don't have a specific way of being unless the writer says so. So that way we can imagine things depending on the person who's reading, and we will have a different image in mind. But what happens is that with in cinema or in a TV show, there is an actual image that can be reliable. it can be it can be from the actual description, or it can be completely different, but that image doesn't change, and it is very important, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about why. My first example to illustrate what I'm talking about is the chapter 1 from the Harry Potter first book. In here we can tell that the author is talking about where do Mr. and Mrs. Dudley live, Dursley, and they are normal people and how they love that element of their life. And even we can read some of the descriptions for their physical attributes. But for example, it doesn't say the color of Mr. Dursley's hair, and it doesn't tell us the color of the house or any other element from the neighborhood. But clearly in the movie we are seeing a beige house. It has um, I don't know how many windows, and it has a little bit of a garden, and there's flowers on the entry, and all the houses are the same color. And this helps us to understand what the author meant with how they liked being normal, because the neighborhood seems so quiet and so normal, and nothing weird happens there, which is a characteristic that they value from their life. So this is a very good example to understand um, the actual image of what we are being presented for the scene, for the idea, or for the concept. Another great example of this is in the Lord of the Rings universe, and The Hobbit, and all the movies that come from a book. And in here, specifically, the author is very graphic about every element around, and that's why it's a little bit of a heavy reading, because there's a lot of detail of the environment they live in, the houses, the characters, their physical appearance, and that is very helpful for the people who are developing the film, because they can either look exactly for what the author wants, or it can make it difficult. But it's in the end, it's a very important tool to have that, because it really helps you to create this universe in a more specific and more accurate way. Another great example with this is that the dress from the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, it is a little bit difficult, because in the post production interviews they talk about how the dress was kind of difficult to get, because of the lighting, because of Emma Watson's colorimetry and other different elements, and that's where we can tell that, as I was saying, this can help a lot to the production, or it can make it difficult, but at the end sometimes you have to do changes. But it really helps us to have a more clear image of what's happening in the film, and how we are being how we are understanding the message that they are showing us in the media.